Imagine a shopper taking time to browse your store, select items, and build a full cart, only to walk away right at the finish line. That sudden drop-off happens when the final purchase process demands too much. When a flow is overly long, rigid, or heavily customized, it creates friction at the exact moment buyers are ready to commit. For many Magento and Adobe Commerce merchants, this complexity is an accidental byproduct of growth. It builds up over time as the store modifies the checkout to accommodate necessary business rules, like handling multi-address shipping, specific delivery preferences, or customer-specific order routing. You don't have to choose between a smooth customer experience and operational accuracy. We are going to walk through a step-by-step framework to strip away that friction, giving you a clean checkout experience that still protects your complex background workflows. To start, pull up your list of custom shipping and payment rules. We are going to map them out to show exactly how a seamless purchasing journey and heavy-duty logistics can operate side by side. Step 1 is performing a complete audit of your current checkout environment. We need to untangle the user-facing interface from your back-end operations. Look closely at your current flow and list every single form field, button, and decision prompt you currently ask a shopper to navigate. We group these into two categories. First, the shopper path contains only the minimum actions needed to authorize payment and provide a destination. The second category is your business rules, holding complex operational needs like split order routing, partial payment logic, and mixed cart handling. A common error during store development is letting the requirements from that second bucket bleed into the first. Asking a shopper to figure out how their items should be split between warehouses or forcing them to understand internal service categories adds unnecessary hesitation to the exact moment you want them to buy. Once those requirements are separated, Step 2 focuses entirely on the shopper path. We need to clear out the heavy, disconnected pages that have built up over time. This diagram highlights a 5-page checkout journey. Every extra step creates a chance for the page to load slowly, confusing the user, causing them to leave. Instead, we map these front-end requirements onto the native Magento foundation, condensing the process into a streamlined 2-step flow. The user confirms their shipping details on page 1 and enters their payment information on page 2. The transition from the shopping cart to final purchase is quick, predictable, and visually clean. Buyers are accustomed to standard e-commerce patterns. By giving them a familiar structure, you reduce their cognitive load and accelerate the entire transaction. Step 3 addresses the business rules bucket. Removing those fields from the screen does not mean you abandon the logic that keeps your store running accurately. Your system still has to manage the mixed carts, multi-shipping conditions, and service-related items we identified during the audit. We configure the checkout as a silent router. Cart data enters and is instantly sorted into hidden channels. Store credit splits are intercepted and routed to finance rules. Simultaneously, items needing different fulfillment centers are directed to their respective warehouse queues. All of this complex data sorting executes the moment the customer clicks the final Place Order button. Previously, the system relied on the shopper answering specific questions to properly tag the order data. Now, the platform itself assesses the cart contents and applies the correct routing protocols automatically. A truly optimized setup handles the heavy lifting out of sight, organizing the data without ever slowing down the buyer. Step 4 secures the final financial transaction. Developers building highly customized workflows around the payment stage often create environments that break during new updates. These heavy, custom code wrappers make it difficult for standard payment providers to function. Every minor security update or feature rollout requires extensive compatibility testing. To fix this, you have to strip away those custom layers. You want your payment gateways interacting directly with standard Magento and Adobe Commerce architectural patterns. Returning to this standard structure instantly clears the path to add modern payment options. It allows you to quickly integrate new digital wallets and evaluate buy now, pay later services as consumer preferences evolve. A clean, standard payment foundation ensures you can adapt to future financial technologies quickly without having to rebuild your checkout from scratch every time. You now have the exact framework required to audit, simplify, and rebuild a heavy Magento checkout flow. On the front end, you've created a short, predictable buying journey. Shoppers can move from the cart to order confirmation in fewer steps, keeping them engaged and securing the sale. On the back end, your internal teams retain the exact split order routing and fulfillment logic they need, anchored to a highly maintainable foundation. This foundation makes all future IT system upgrades highly manageable. Checkout optimization is about organizing complexity so your customer never has to see it. If your buying journey is creating friction, reach out to the Magento experts at Rave Digital to help streamline your process and turn your checkout into a conversion driver.